The night was quiet, save for the occasional rustle of leaves in the breeze. Detective Mia Hart was at her desk, poring over old case files that had gone cold. The one haunting her tonight was the infamous silent caller case, where victims received eerie phone calls before vanishing without a trace. It had been 5 years since the last disappearance, and the case was officially deemed unsolvable. Yet, Mia couldn't shake the feeling that something had been missed. Her desk phone rang, cutting through the silence. She frowned. Glancing at the clock, it was 2:14 a.m. Who would call at this hour? She hesitated before answering. "Detective Hart," she said. At first, there was silence. Then came a faint, distorted voice. "Mia, do you remember me?" Her blood ran cold. "Who is this?" she demanded, her grip tightening on the receiver. "You don't remember, do you? That's disappointing." "I remember you." The voice was calm, almost playful. "Check your front door." The line went dead. Mia bolted to her front door, drawing her gun as she went. She opened it cautiously. There, on the doorstep, lay a small, wrapped package. Inside was a burner phone and a note scrawled in shaky handwriting. "Answer when I call." Her instincts screamed at her to call for backup, but curiosity and pride kept her from doing so. She sat at her kitchen table, the burner phone in front of her. Minutes felt like hours before it rang. "Why me?" she asked as soon as she answered. "You are the one who got away," the voice replied. "That night in the alley. Do you remember now?" Mia's mind raced back to a chase years ago, a suspect she'd cornered but lost after a struggle. The case was buried in her memory, one of her early failures. "You are the one wearing the mask," she whispered. "I still wear it," the voice said, amused. "But let's make this fun. Shall we play a game?" "What do you want?" she demanded. "I want to see if you're as clever as they say. A life depends on it." Tick-tock. The line went dead again. Suddenly, her phone buzzed with a text, a location pinned on a map. Mia grabbed her gun and rushed out. The location led her to an abandoned factory on the outskirts of town. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the faint smell of mildew. A single bulb flickered overhead, casting long shadows. A figure stood in the center of the room, wearing a black mask and holding a cell phone. Behind them, a man was tied to a chair, his face pale with fear. "You found me," the masked figure said. "But can you save him?" Before Mia could respond, the masked figure pressed a button, and a countdown timer appeared on a screen nearby. 5 minutes. "A bomb. Cut the wrong wire, and he dies," the figure said, stepping back into the shadows. Mia sprinted to the man, her eyes darting between the bomb and the wires. Her hands trembled as she tried to remember her bomb squad training. The timer ticked down mercilessly. "Red or blue, detective?" the masked figure called out from the shadows. With 1 second to spare, Mia cut the red wire. The timer stopped. She exhaled in relief, but when she turned around, the masked figure was gone. As she freed the man and called for backup, her phone buzzed again, a text from the masked figure. "Well played. Until next time, detective."